Good morning. This is Fancy Nancy from FancyNancyStamps.com. I want to welcome you to my stamping studio this morning. What a great day! It is sunshiny here in Spokane, Washington, but I do have to tell you, we have a heat wave and we are expecting temperatures of 108 today. And I'm laughing because I have a sweater on, but I have the air conditioning in the studio on just for comfort, and I find that I'm somewhat chilled. So it's, darn if you do, darn if you don't. Well, here we go. Well, over the weekend, I found a need to create a beautiful sympathy card for a dear friend and family member. And so I went right to my Artistically Inked stamp set. And I love it, man. It is just so beautiful and it's so soft. And so let's get to work. And then hold on, stay with me to the end because I want to remind you about all the stamping stuff at my studio and also about the summer shenanigans that are going on right now. So let's just go back to our work surface. So I told you that I'm going to be predominantly using the Artistically Inked. I am going to use some Sympathy sentiments. One is a very old one and one is a relatively new one. But I want to add those to this particular set. The other thing is I want to show you the colors we're using, which are a little bit unusual, I guess. I'm using Granny Apple Green, Shaded Spruce, and of course our Pale Papaya that's becoming a favorite to all of us as our new colors come with us. So I have done a little bit of preparation, as I always do, and I'll walk you through as I do it. I have a piece of Granny Apple Green cardstock that is cut to 8.5 by 5.5. It's going to be my card base. I'm folding it in half, of course using my bone folder because I want that nice crisp edge. And as you guys know, I like to add layers and lots of dimension to a card. And in order to do that and have it fit tight in an envelope, it's very important that you make sure your folds are crisp. It also makes it look far more professional. I am going to also add to the front this beautiful piece of designer series paper, and it's also, ooh, that's not quite right. Ooh, 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 I've got to fix that. Well, hold on, I'll be right back. I'm going to add this piece, and obviously that one's not cut quite right. We want to make sure that we add the dimension that we want. So there we go. I think I grabbed a leftover piece of paper, which is never wise. Okay, and I think you can see why I've chosen this unique set of colors, because I never would have dreamed that that Granny Apple Green would really make this, shine and be a perfect match, but I like those together. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on, and I'm going to use my Stamp and Seal, which I love. Oh, by the way, don't you love the back side of this paper? It has that alcohol ink look and it's just scrumptious. Breaking out a fresh one this morning. Whew. All right, let's add this to our card front. Typically, I'm one of those people that lifts everything and adds, but again, I've got so much I'm going to put on this card. I want to put the attention where it is most wanted or needed, or I don't know. I think you know where I'm going with this thing. Okay, and then there is a set of dies that go with this Artistically Inked, and of course I'm holding one of them in my hand, and these are the others. They are gorgeous. Again, I can see myself using these two forever and ever. I don't think it's going to go anywhere long after it gets retired. We all have ones like that. I also have, I want to make sure that I poke out all the little bits. I'm using my old brush. Now you know to get this brush, you will order it with your Take a Pick tool. It's a little add-on. It's a wonderful little doodad. So it looks like I've done pretty well at all of that. Ooh, that is so pretty. What I did was I used just a metallic paper, and we have a number of metallic papers. In this case, I'm just using a simple gold. Want to make sure too, using my Take a Pick tool, that I've got every little edge out, because sometimes you have these little hanger-oners, as I call them, and they can detract from our beautiful image. So I just want to make sure they're all gone and that we're looking good here. When I finish today, I have a fun little job ahead of me. I was working with my dies last week. You know, kind of one of the last things I did before I left the studio for the week. And I heard that die fly away. It's a leaf die that I use a lot. I heard it go plink, and I couldn't find it. I searched the floor. I did everything. So needless to say, you know what I'm going to be doing today? I am going to be taking things and seeing what I can do to find what that little piece I lost. So I'm going to add that to the front, and when I add it, I'm going to use my smallest dimensionals. No, I think I'm going to use glue dots because I don't want them to show at all. So let's just break out the glue dots. These are the old ones, you guys, so they work so much nicer in the box today than they used to. Instead, I kind of make a mess of things. But, ooh, just found another one. Well, I'll come back to it here. Ooh, found two. See? Sometimes you just got to work with them to find all those little pieces. There we are. There we are. Okay, let's keep going. What a day. I'm hoping I get to go out and play in this beautiful weather. I've already been out, watered all the plants because it'll get too hot pretty soon to do that kind of work in the sunshine. But there's a chance that my fun and games might take me to the swimming pool, which is always fun. Okay, I'm going to apply it kind of like this. I want to use up a lot of my space. Okay, and I will come back in a little bit and do this sentiment. Meanwhile, on the back or inside, I wanted to carry over my theme, so I cut a piece of white paper. It's 5 1/4 by 4. I'm hoping this fits. This will be my day. It doesn't, so I'll be back one more time. I love it. This is just one of those kind of days. It happens. All right. And I want to add just a little bit because I want that beautiful gold shining through it. So I'm going to add that to the bottom. So let's do that. And then I'm going to show you my next little idea. Now the one I made over the weekend, I used some ephemera with it rather than creating my own design. But today I wanted to add a little bit more. So I just trimming off here. So that's what I did. I'm going to now add a floral image, I think, and a leaf image. And I know I have those right here. They're from the Artistically Inked. But one of the things I wanted to do was I'm going to put the floral image towards the bottom with my sentiment up here. But I want the the floral image to stand out a little bit. So what I did, or what I'm going to do, haven't done anything yet. Shush. I'm going to ink up the flower, and I am going to use the die cut, which is a wonderful thing, saves a little bit of time. And of course I did that, so here it is. Set this one aside because I'll still use that. I am going to go ahead and stamp using Granny Apple Green my leaves. I really thought about how I was going to do this in a way that I really liked. So what I love about these stamps is that they're kind of a distinctive ink stamp, so they're very realistic, and you don't just have the same color throughout. You have kind of a striated color, like you kind of can see that. I just think that is so pretty. It makes me happy. Okay, and I'm going to use some baby dimensionals. At least that's what I call them. I could have used bigger ones here, but I am doing this because just they have about half as much lift as the full-size dimensionals because they're designed for small things. And I love that because that's exactly what I want. I don't want it to lift any more than that. I have fumble fingers today. There we go. And I think it's going to go about like that. But before I put that on there, I'm going to hold on to this a minute because I want it to be easier to put into the card center. And I'm going to add my sentiment, and I'm going to do that in Shaded Spruce. And this sentiment is going to come from, and I put it here somewhere. Oh, maybe I did. Oh, my dear, I will get it. I'm using it from the Kindness and Compassion set, and I like Our Sincere Condolences with Heart. No, that isn't what I want. Sending comforting hugs and healing prayers. So sorry for your loss. So let me grab that real quick. Oh my goodness. Of course I washed my stamps so I wouldn't look too messy for the video, and I left them in the room. There we go. So let's just add that gently. And I want it kind of over here. Oh, well, that's real good. Well, did you see what I just did? I did it upside down. This is a great day because this is how it typically goes in your stamp room. 1 minute. I'll be back. Well, it seems to me that the easiest thing is going to do is to simply use another piece of designer series paper. And it says, I better find this again so I may get it right. Sending comforting hugs, that's the top. Okay. I'm going to put it right about here. Whew. See? Little work, it comes together. And I'm going to go back and do that leaf again real quickly. You know, actually I kind of like these like this, but when things don't go right, because it tells you that you can make you can do it no matter what. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to add this. Try to get it just the way I want it. There we go. And I'm going to put it on the inside of my card. This is really a simple card today. Whew. Okay, now I want to do my little sentiment, and I've cut the very same tasteful textures. Remember this, the tasteful textures, and it's this one, this label, and I've cut two of them. I've cut one out of white, and I've cut one out of that same gold paper, and using my shaded spruce, I'm going to do the sentiment, which is a simple one. It's just sending love and sympathy. And I'm going to add it to, make sure I get it nice and inked up, to this label. But because of all that beautiful gold on the front of the card, I thought it was really important to do something that also made that label stand out. So I am going to simply cut this label in half, and I am going to adhere half to each side of this label. And you know, this is tricky business, so I have to very carefully add that. There we go. Don't slide away. And we'll add it to this side. You know, you can do this with almost any label and make it to create layers and interest to your cards. So just experiment. I think you'll find that the new label that came with the Elegantly Said set really has possibilities. I'll be doing that, using that one soon too, so you can see some ways to do that. And I'm going to add this to the front. And I kind of want to utilize, I'm going to utilize some of this space. There we go. And I have my card done. And it's a very simple card. Just sending love and sympathy and opening it up, sending comforting hugs, which needs a little fixing. I didn't realize it didn't get quite that G in. Well, let me show you how I'm going to fix that too. I have grabbed my shaded spruce Stampin' Right pen, and I'm going to use the very sharp point, and I'm just going to very gently, oops, but I don't have an S. Ooh, this is really dangerous stuff. Ugh. I am not satisfied. This is not a happy moment, guys. I'm going to try this one more time. I hope you're enjoying my pain. But you've all been there. I know you have. So I'm going to make sure to keep my edges good. Don't worry, I'm not trying to save this paper. What I'm going to do here will make perfect sense to you in a minute. I'm going to trim up my nastiness. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut off this bottom that I wanted in the first place. I'm going to cut a new piece of white, and I'm going to save this baby too. So I'll be right back. Hang in there. happening. Don't worry. I'm not far away. Of course, I got it sticky on my paper cutter. Ha! You know, I'm almost there. I did cut a piece of white paper. Did I bring it? No. One more step. All right, what I want you to remember, what I want you to learn from this is there is no perfect. We just work at it. So this is going to go here, but before I do that, this time I'm going to stamp up, because you know, if you start with a blank slate, if you make a mistake, you can turn your paper over and you can say, woohoo, saved. Making sure that little hugs. Okay. All right, let's say a kind word for Nancy's and make sure she can get it on there straight this time. I don't like it. It wasn't straight, trust me. I'm going to do this one more time, and this is going to be a better day. I know it is. Much better. I'm happier now. Now, the pieces that I retrieved from the last go round, obviously that piece on the bottom that I wanted to have that color and that interest. So we've got it. There's just days. I think today's going to be one of those days. There we go. Now, I'm going to end up putting this in here, but before I do, let's get that leaf on there. And I did that with Granny Apple Green, which is interesting, given that I've got these two kind of unique colors together. I have sticky on my fingernails and I can't get it off. There we go. You know, it's going to work. I know it is. And now I am kind of stuck with these. So I think, I know it's going to hold, but in my effort to fix things, I am going to put one biggie in the center and see if it does it. Oh, I think we're going to win. We're going to win this. And I was thinking of something else just as I was doing the repairs. Well, Nancy stuck my finger right in the sticky. No wonder it's all over me. Good thing my grandkids are not here to watch me. I've been teaching them to rubber stamp, and they would be looking at me and say, "You told us not to do that, Grandma." That would be true. Okay, there we go, there we go. Now, I know that when I first put this together, I knew I wanted to put some genial gems on it. So, and I haven't done that yet. And of course, as they sneak away, we'll do it like that. Honestly, there's more sticky on my fingers than there currently is on this paper, so, whew. All right. Let us hope we actually improved upon a good thing. So now it says, sending love and sympathy. It's got Lots of glitz, lots of gold, those beautiful genial gems, and you open it up, sending comforting hugs and healing prayers. So sorry for your loss. And I'm feeling pretty happy about my card, even if it was a big effort this morning. Well, if nothing else, you learned. Everything is a process. You're going to make mistakes, and sometimes you'll make it much better as you remake it. So there we have it. Okay, back to summer shenanigans. Let's talk about summer shenanigans. Anything but that card. Want to remind you that summer shenanigans is all about participation. It's like getting a participation certificate. Every time you participate with me on Fancy Nancy, you are earning a spot or an entry into the big drawings that I'm drawing on the 20th of the month, every month between now and September 20th. The good news is each month there's going to be something really yummy, and the grand prize on September 20th is going to be a $50 gift certificate for shopping in my store. Now, how do you get those? Well, as you were watching this video, I hope you commented and said, I'm here. If you share it, I'm going to give you another entry. If you participate in a class, whether it's face-to-face or online, you get a point, you get an entry. If you place an order of $50 or more, you get an entry. So you can bop on over to my blog today, where there's going to be information about this card, the cutting dimensions, which I didn't get right the first time, and just basically the things you need to do the card. So it will be there. It will also have, there's an article about summer shenanigans on that blog, so take a look at that. And you can also sign up for my email list. Why sign up for my email list? I know we all get hundreds of emails, but I want to tell you about my upcoming classes. I want to let you know that what's happening in the studio, what specials I'm offering, and just any piece, any little tidbit. So here's a sneak peek. Artistically Inked is going to be my product spotlight for the month of July. If you want to know what that means, well, stay tuned, because that information will come out on June 1st, so you'll find out all about it. Second thing, there will be information coming up about my In Color Club. You have through the second week of, you have until the second Wednesday of the month to sign up for the In Color Club. What do you get? Well, In Color Club is an opportunity for you to collect the colors, the in colors, and it is a 5-month commitment. This month I will be focusing on Evening Evergreen. Evening Evergreen, you will receive a package of paper, the ink pad, the re-inker, and the Stampin' alcohol blends. And so, what a great deal. In addition, you're going to get a card kit, and that card kit allows you to make 8 cards, 2 each of 4 different designs. Everything you need will be in that kit. This month I'm going to be using, what set am I using? I know this. Plentiful Plants, perhaps? In any case, it has a stamp set and dies, and I will offer that bundle at an 18% discount. You know your bundle is already discounted at 10%. Add another 18%, and you've got a whopping good deal. So stay tuned for that. The cost of the In Color Club is $43 delivered to your door. My folks that live in Spokane and do a porch pickup will get this particular kit for $35. So just know that it's on its way. It's a wonderful deal and a lot of fun. And let's put a lot of fun up front. I promise you, they're beautiful cards. They're Fancy Nancy cards, and I always feel really pleased when they go out of the studio. So I've told you, In Color Club. Oh, if you happen to live in my vicinity, I have Kids Club on the first Wednesday of the month at 10 o'clock in the morning. And it's an opportunity for kids grades 3 through 8 to join me for card making, or sometimes it's other things than cards. But this month it is cards. They're making a stationery kit with beautiful cards, and I'm looking forward to seeing those kids again. They make me smile. In my first life, I was an elementary teacher and a school principal, and so I really miss my contact with kids, and it's a great opportunity for me. So all that being said, there is a lot happening. Summer Shenanigans, In Color Club, and last but not least, Kids Club. I will be joining you every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. For a demonstration, a card demonstration. And well, we can hope that next card is just going to go so smooth you'll think, oh, she stayed up all night getting it ready. Well, I don't. But I look forward to seeing you all, and I hope you have fun stamping between now and Thursday, and take care of yourself. Enjoy these summer days. Looking forward to seeing you again soon. Bye now.